So for like the overall rating, give me 1 second. I'm behind on the slideshow. Okay. So for the overall rating for hair, I gave it a 9 out of 10 just because I don't want to give this model 10 out of 10 for everything because I haven't tested any other models. I don't know how it compares to the other ones. I rate it as a 9 because there's a large variety, and when it comes to something like a customizable VTuber model, it's hard to know where when to stop. These models are huge file sizes for people who are making them because you have to have so many toggles, you have to have so many things on them. The only thing that I think I would like to see like in a customizable VTuber model would be like a higher variety of like ponytails, because I didn't see a ponytail option on this model, or like different options for twin tails. So she had the lower short twin tails and the higher long like twin tails, but it would be nice to see like lower long twin tails. Does that make sense? But it had a good variety, and I don't want to say like, oh, this person should have added more things, because I'm not the one who made the model. I'm not the one who put all the time and effort into it. I'm just here to show you what's available. Does that make sense? And then, like I was saying, with the lengths of the hair, I believe that if they tried to make them any like wider of a scale, it probably would have looked weird. So I can't give them anything, like any like flack for that. For the outfits, I said 9 out of 10. There's not a huge variety in the outfits, and the only reason that I said 9 out of 10 was because the overalls edition can be really confusing to people who don't necessarily understand how to do that expression editor. Like you literally saw me struggling with it, and I've done that before. I've used that outfit before, so that's the only reason. I like that there's an option for a t-shirt, a v-neck, a tank top. There's shorts, pants, skirts. There's 2 different skirts. There's not a whole lot of options for shoes, but if you're not like a 3D model, I don't know why you'd be showing your shoes. You just don't, unless you want your whole model on the screen at all times, and I just don't see that being something that people want to do. For colors, I gave it 10 out of 10. It's an RGB slider. There's no reason to not give it a 10 out of 10. Sometimes the colors are confusing if you don't understand like color theory. That's not her fault. 1 second here. So these are okay. So the categories that I broke it down into are hair, outfits, colors, tails and ears, and emotes. And then I did an additional one for movement that we'll go over afterwards. So for the tails and ears, I only said 8 out of 10 because in this artist's post for their model, like advertisement for their model, they even commented on it and said that they wanted to make adjustments to add more options for ears and tails. I don't think there's a huge variety of animals. It's just not necessarily a bad thing. This is a customizable model. If you don't want to put all that money in to get a personal model, like you can't complain that much. She covers the bases: cat, dog, horns, rabbit. That's pretty simple. And there's a lot of like dragon type VTubers out there that rabbit ears could work for. Like, especially you saw the way that you could flip them. That could work. And these cat ears as well. So that's the only reason I said 8 out of 10 was because she also said that she wanted to add more. For emotes, I gave it 10 out of 10 because of the wave. Because of the wave. Like, I don't expect to see that on any other customizable model that's out there. I don't like I said, I haven't dealt in a lot of customizable models. The reason that I started this with this model was because I have so much experience with it. You did not just hear that. You did not just hear that. Don't tell me that you just heard that. That was insane. So I with customizable models, I'm not going to be picky with the emotes, because even having one emote is good for a model with this like file size with like so many options. So I'm not going to be picky. It's a 10. It's a 10. The overall rating is 9.2 out of 5. So if I add everything up, divide it, it's 9.2 out of 5. It's a banger. It's a banger model. I love it. What was that? My throat, bro. My throat. I'm the throat goat. This is going on YouTube. I did not say that. I literally I woke up with a sore throat this morning and like started coughing, and it's pain. It's pain. It's suffering. Okay. So moving on to the movement, when I use this model in VTube Studio with my webcam, I had to make adjustments to make it move properly. And I will cite a video down below that I used for that. It is by, I can't remember the name. I have it literally right here. Let me open it. It is by Yoshino Art. She does a lot of tutorials just on Live2D and everything in general. But it helped me a lot to customize like the mouth movement, and then the wind movement. So the way that you see her moving idly right now, this helps a lot. So if you're not a super expressive person, if you're not someone who's like bouncing around and like making really big expressions, the wind movement helps. It helps. It makes you look more excitable. I used it all the time. I looked very excited all the time. And I could just be like so it's really good. I like it. But I'm still gonna go with like 10 out of 10 for movement, because when I plugged it into my phone, when I'm using it on my phone, the mouth movement matches up almost perfectly. I don't need to have any adjustments, and it's really nice. If I could learn how to use Live2D, or not Live2D, VTube Studio better on my phone, that would be a plus. That would be a plus. But when it's a model like this, when it's a model for mass use, like I don't want to say mass production, but a lot of people are going to be using it, you cannot customize it to fit one person's like movements. So you have to be kind of as basic as you can with it. So everyone who's going to be using this model is going to have to customize it to themselves. That's why I want to include the option for, or like the video down below to help you guys customize it if you choose to use it, because it's really helpful, and it is something that you're going to want to expect to have to do if you're using a pre-made or customizable model. I need to drink water. That's what I need. I've had like 5 cough drops and no water. I'm sorry. If you heard that sound, that's how like swollen my throat is. Like I can barely swallow water because of it. Ow. I don't know what's wrong with it. Literally in the span of a day. So, one second. It's fine. It's fine. I'll be okay. My overall thoughts on the model are that this model is 100% worth $25, if not even like just a little bit more, because of how many options there are available to you. The Vtuber model itself, like the art, goes for like $200+, like 200 to like thousands of dollars just for art. That doesn't include the rigging, that doesn't include the emotes, that doesn't include the customization. Just for the art, like if you look up on like VGen or like commission websites, like it's anywhere from $200 to like thousands of dollars. So this model is absolutely worth $25. It's worth it, I promise. And like this, like it just takes a little bit longer to get it all set up. And like even when you get a like personal model, you still have to do that setup. You still have to customize it to yourself. So I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. And I've used it for over a year, even with all of the changes that I've done to my own personal, like my OC, like my model, like I've still used it. Okay. Do you guys have any questions? Ow. Or anything? I'm sitting so close to my mic because I can't talk very loud because of my throat. If you have any questions, please let me know now. I could go over how to adjust the like mouth shapes and stuff, but I think I'm just gonna put it in the video because I don't want to do it right now. I can't like reset my phone again. Ow. And like I said, if you guys want to check out this model or anything that's talked about in this video, it's all going to be in the panels below on Twitch, and then it will be in the description of the YouTube video. So everything will be there. Everything will be there. All the credits, all the links. There's so many questions, but I have no idea how to ask them. Lay it on me. Lay it on me. I'm not the best streamer, but I do know my shit. If you want to think of questions, I'll also let you guys ask questions at the end. I'm just going to jump into the assets part. So think of